Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. All around us, in every forest, ocean, and field, a silent, ceaseless war is being waged. It's a conflict fought not with brute force, but with illusion, trickery, and elaborate masquerades. This is the world of natural deception, where survival hinges on the ability to either vanish completely or to convincingly become something you are not. Today, we're exploring the twin strategies that make this possible: camouflage and mimicry, and the evolutionary arms race that drives them to incredible extremes. Let's start with the art of invisibility, camouflage. At its core, camouflage is the art of avoiding detection. For prey, it means not getting eaten. For a predator, it's the key to a successful ambush. The most common form of this is crypsis, the ability to simply blend in. The simplest way to do this is through background matching. Think of a fennec fox, its sandy fur making it disappear against the desert dunes. Or consider the Arctic fox, which performs a remarkable wardrobe change. In summer, its coat is brown or gray to match the tundra soil and rocks. But as winter approaches, it sheds this for a pristine white coat, making it a ghost against the snow. This seasonal change is a crucial adaptation in environments that transform so dramatically. But blending in isn't just about matching a single color. Nature uses disruptive coloration to break up the recognizable outline of an animal's body. The iconic stripes of a zebra are a perfect example. To a predator like a lion, a herd of running zebras isn't a collection of individual animals. It's a dazzling, confusing mass of moving stripes, making it incredibly difficult to single out and target one zebra. Similarly, a leopard's rosettes don't just mimic leaves. They break up its body shape, allowing it to merge with the patches of light and shadow on the forest floor. There's an even more subtle trick at play, one that you've seen on thousands of animals: countershading. This is where an animal is darker on its upper side and lighter on its underside. It seems simple, but it's a masterful manipulation of light. Normally, when sunlight hits an animal from above, it makes its back brighter and casts its belly in shadow. This creates a 3D effect that makes it stand out. Countershading reverses this. The dark back and light belly cancel out the effects of natural sunlight, making the animal appear flatter and less conspicuous. A great white shark is a classic example. From above, its dark gray back blends with the dark ocean depths. From below, its white belly is lost against the bright sunlit surface. Some animals take camouflage into their own hands or claws through self-decoration. The decorator crab meticulously attaches pieces of its environment, seaweed, sponges, even stinging sea anemones, onto its shell. It creates a living, breathing disguise that not only provides concealment, but, in the case of the anemones, adds a potent defensive weapon. Finally, camouflage isn't just about what you look like, it's about how you act. The potu, a bird from the Americas, spends its days perched rigidly on a branch. Its mottled plumage and frozen posture make it look exactly like a broken-off tree stump. That's cryptic behavior. Some animals even use motion camouflage. A dragonfly hunting its prey will fly on a specific path that keeps its own image stationary from the perspective of its target. It seems to not be moving at all until it's too late. While many animals have static camouflage, a select few are the true masters of transformation. They can change their appearance in real time using what's called active camouflage. The undisputed champions are cephalopods, octopuses, cuttlefish, and squid. Their skin is filled with thousands of specialized cells called chromatophores. Each chromatophore is a tiny sac of pigments surrounded by muscles. By contracting or expanding these muscles, the animal can change the size and visibility of each pigment sac. The result is an almost instantaneous ability to change color and pattern, matching new backgrounds with breathtaking accuracy. They can go from looking like a rock to sand to a piece of coral in the blink of an eye. So that's how animals hide. But what about the opposite? What about when an animal wants to be seen but mistaken for something else entirely? This is the world of mimicry. In mimicry, one species, the mimic, evolves to resemble another species, the model, in order to fool a third species, the dupe. The most famous type is Batesian mimicry, named after the naturalist Henry Walter Bates. This is where a harmless species evolves to imitate the warning signals of a dangerous one. A classic example is the hoverfly. It's completely harmless, but it has evolved the intimidating black and yellow stripes of a wasp. A bird that has learned the hard way to avoid wasps will also avoid the hoverfly, giving the mimic a free pass. Perhaps the most well-known case is the non-venomous milk snake mimicking the deadly coral snake, adopting its vibrant pattern of red, black, and yellow bands to ward off predators. But not all mimics are faking it. In Müllerian mimicry, two or more well-defended, dangerous species evolve to share the same warning signal. Think of it as a shared advertising campaign for danger. For example, in the Amazon rainforest, many different species of unpalatable heliconius butterflies have all converged on the same vibrant red, yellow, and black wing patterns. By sharing this single, easily recognizable signal, they all benefit. A bird only has to learn one pattern to know to avoid dozens of different toxic butterfly species. This reduces the number of individuals sacrificed from each species to educate the local predators. Mimicry isn't always defensive, though. Sometimes it's a weapon. This is aggressive mimicry, the art of being a wolf in sheep's clothing. Predators or parasites evolve to resemble something harmless or even attractive to their prey. The deep-sea anglerfish is a master of this. It dangles a fleshy, bioluminescent lure from its head that mimics a small, tasty fish or worm. When a curious fish comes to investigate the bait, it's instantly devoured by the anglerfish's massive jaws. Another incredible example is brood parasitism. The common cuckoo lays its eggs in the nests of other bird species. Over time, different groups of cuckoos have evolved to produce eggs that are a near-perfect match for the color and pattern of their specific host's eggs. This tricks the host parent into raising the cuckoo's chick as its own, often at the expense of its actual offspring. These incredible deceptions aren't static. They are the result of a constant, high-stakes evolutionary arms race. This is a co-evolutionary struggle, where an adaptation in one species drives the evolution of a counter-adaptation in another. The relationship between bats and moths is a perfect illustration. Bats evolved echolocation to hunt insects in the dark, a huge advantage. In response, many moths evolved ears that could detect the ultrasonic clicks of an approaching bat, allowing them to take evasive action. The arms race escalated. Some tiger moths developed the ability to produce their own ultrasonic clicks. These clicks can either jam the bat's sonar, creating a confusing acoustic fog, or they can act as a warning, signaling to the bat that the moth is toxic and not worth eating. Not to be outdone, some bats have evolved stealth echolocation, using frequencies that are much harder for moths to detect. This back and forth continues to this day. A similar war is being waged in North America between common garter snakes and rough-skinned newts. The newts produce a powerful neurotoxin in their skin, tetrodotoxin, which is deadly to almost any predator. However, some populations of garter snakes have evolved a genetic resistance to this toxin, allowing them to eat the newts. In areas where snakes are resistant, the newts are under intense evolutionary pressure to become even more toxic. This, in turn, puts pressure on the snakes to become even more resistant. It's a geographic mosaic of co-evolution, with some locations having super-toxic newts and super-resistant snakes, while others have much milder versions of both. For a long time, the question was, how does this actually happen? How does an animal's DNA contain the instructions to look like a leaf, or a twig, or another, more dangerous animal? The field of evolutionary developmental biology, or evo-devo, is starting to give us answers. We're learning that sometimes huge changes in appearance can be caused by tiny changes in just a few powerful genes. For example, a gene called agouti acts like a master switch that controls the production of black and brown pigments. Small mutations in this single gene are responsible for the light-colored coats of deer mice living on sandy beaches, providing them with critical camouflage. In the stunning case of the oak leaf butterfly, whose underwings perfectly mimic a dead leaf, scientists have pinpointed a gene called cortex. This gene appears to be the master painter, orchestrating the complex patterns, spots, and even the leaf vein-like lines on the butterfly's wings. When it comes to mimicry, another gene called double sex has been found to be the key. In some swallowtail butterflies, this one gene controls whether a female butterfly mimics one toxic species or a completely different one, allowing different populations of the same butterfly to adapt their disguises to local conditions. So, the world of natural deception is a captivating story of survival, innovation, and the intricate dance of evolution. From the octopus that vanishes before your eyes, to the cuckoo chick that tricks a foster parent, nature is filled with masters of illusion. These adaptations are a powerful testament to the relentless pressure of natural selection and the remarkable creativity of life itself. The evolutionary arms race ensures this story has no final chapter. The next time you walk through a forest or look into a tide pool, take a closer look. You might be surprised by the hidden world of illusion that surrounds you, a world where what you see is almost never what you get.